All right, so I want to talk about something really fast. You know, we have a tendency to talk about the bad about people and really harp on the bad and stuff. And I do that a lot too. I don't want to. In fact, I shouldn't do it as much as I do, especially on this channel. But what I want to talk about is Devon Larratt, Auden Larratt, stuff like that. And talk about that real quick. Okay, so this past week I can't believe it's already been a week. I went to the East versus West 17 in Arlington, and it was awesome. It was really cool. And I had the VIP plan, fantastic. And so, I have been kind of harsh on Devon in the past, but I don't think unfairly. I think I just wanted him to be, I want him to be the hero we all deserve kind of guy. And he's kind of been the villain for arm wrestling. And I think, but when you meet him and you see the whole situation in person, you kind of understand the purpose of it all. And Auden too, I think Auden gets a lot of bad press as far as just his attitude but you gotta look at it from both of their points of view. Devon has turned arm wrestling around. And if you meet him in person, you realize he didn't turn down one autograph, and people were just on him like ants. And he was like, "Oh, sure. Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, yeah, sure." And just boom, 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 one after the other. I got a picture with him, got his autograph. And you see the person that he really is. And I think what people that are asked to arm wrestle Devon understand what they're getting into. You look at, what I think about is these roasts, these Comedy Central roasts and these old Friars roasts. If you're invited to that, you know what you're getting into. You know they're going to attack you, and especially nowadays, in just about every way possible. Whether it's your weight, whether it's your looks, whether it's your hair, whether it's your hairline, whether it's your dumpy car you drive, whatever. And that's the way arm wrestling Devon is. And there's going to be those moments on camera that, yeah, he's going to turn that on. He's going to be the villain. But if you see him in person, off camera, and just around everybody, he's just this, I don't know, he's like a big kid of arm wrestling. And I know he's been a soldier, and I know he's not a kid, and I know he's practically my age. But he made a lot of people's experiences a lot more fun at the East versus West. And he made him and Travis, just everybody, like their attitude, made everybody's experience better. And that's one thing about Auden Larratt. He made so many people's experience better. That kid, I call him a kid because everybody practically under 40 now is a kid. That's when you get old, everybody's a kid. Young man. I don't know how many hours he stayed in the lobby, just arm wrestling one after the other, on a little, lobby table, then on a table they brought out, and he just kept going. And he had the best attitude, smiling most of the time, just happy to meet people. I got his autograph, and he was just so gracious and kind to, some old dude like me, and just, yeah, I think y'all should give him a break. I'm not gonna be harping on that anymore. I've seen it in person now, and I see what it is. It's like seeing behind the curtain a little bit, and then it's like judging the Macho Man for body slamming Hulk because you're a Hulk fan, and then realizing they're probably going for beers after the match. And Auden's the same way. He made so many people's experience that much better. And there were some of the arm wrestlers there that weren't like that. And these are two of the most well-known. And some of them were just kind of like blasé about meeting the fans and stuff. And then guys like him and Devon were just kind and exciting to be around, just to watch, just to sit in the lobby and watch him interact with people. It was really cool. So I'm gonna give him a break. Not that it matters, not that his life will be changed now, but I think it was cool to meet him. Oh, and Matt Mask too. Matt Mask had Matt Mask had the crowd just wired. This arm wrestling needs Matt Mask, and I'm not a huge fan of the antics, but arm wrestling I'm a huge fan of, and arm wrestling needs that crazy, just super excited to be their guy, and that's him. His stuff on the table, it was different watching in person for some reason. It was different. It was like an energy from the crowd, and he was just feeding the crowd and feeding off the crowd. So it was really cool. If you get a chance ever to go to an East versus West, even just, it doesn't have to be the VIP thing or anything, but just to get in there, get to the hotel and meet these folks and see them arm wrestling, and do it soon, because arm wrestling is kind of blowing up, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have that personal experience with the fans. You know, how many VIP does UFC have, you know, stuff like that. I think that's the way East versus West is going. It's UFC level pretty quick here. If you just saw the production and just all the work that went into it, it's pretty huge. So if you get a chance, go be a VIP. If you don't have that money, get a chance, go at least go see it, be around it, you know, bump into these guys. It was awesome. Devon Larratt, Auden Larratt, give him a break, especially Auden, young guy. He's gonna be awesome. He's wants, you know, I got sons his age, and they, you know, he just wants to be like his old man, and he's got a good example of how to be an arm wrestler. He's got a good example of how to sell it himself, and not sell himself, but, you know, sell his brand. And in person, he was amazing. And you see him online, it's a little bit different, but in person, he's the kind of guy, and I'm really protective of my sons. He's the kind of guy I wouldn't mind my sons hanging out with. He's not a bad dude. He's a good kid, good young man. Devon Larratt. Devon Larratt's just something else. And so it was cool. So that's all I'm going to say. Y'all take it easy.